More figures are coming to the Masterverse line and MOTU ThunderCats Plus. Hold on to your headbands as more G.I. Joe Classified series leaks have snaked their way onto the internet. And join us as we put a bow on our 10,000K sub giveaway as we release Moaty right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael? I feel like it's been forever since we talked.
It has been, yes. And apologies for last week. I had too many family commitments on Friday. My daughter took up singing lessons, and so she had her first performance Friday night, so I could not miss that. So
no, you couldn't. And then last week it was just crazy busy for us too, so there was just no time that we could find to squeeze in this amazing stream, and we had to make sure that we had a free evening and a fun time because we have awesome giveaways and very cool things to talk about. And as a matter of fact, that's why we're late, guys. Me and Michael were catching up behind stage, and we lost track of time because we haven't talked in 2 weeks. So anyway, it's Friday. I had a long work week, and I'm sure Michael did too. And I'm sure all of you are happy to be here because it's the weekend. It's toy hunting time. It's time to relax and unwind and catch up on some toy news.
Totally. Super excited to do that. It's been a while, so we're going to go back in time a couple weeks and catch up on some news that we had put out a couple weeks ago and also cover the recent news. So excited to chat with everybody, and happy Friday.
Yes. It is a happy Friday. And so while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and you do your B-roll, and I'm going to check in on the chat and see who is here.
I love it.
It's getting harder to read these names without my glasses. So if I screw up your name, I apologize in advance. So we got Chris Owens here. We got Pedro Ribeiro, Danny Young Jr., Video Power Gaming is here. We got crew member Carnage 717. It is Toy Habits time, people, and you stole Joe Coleman's line. We got Everlost, also an amazing crew member. Good to see you. We got Ralph Riggin here. We got crew member Frank Pryor joining us. Extra Creepy is here. Crew member Giraffe is here. How's it going, Giraffe? Dave Chanelli is joining us. Kevin Florence. Robert Antison is here. We have the one and only crew member Frankie Rivera. Happy Friday, Frankie. Good to see you. We got Stephen M. We have the one and only crew member Rob 2023. Say hi to Dorothy for us. We got Roman Schilling, and a big shout out to Dorothy because she is donating something in the giveaway this week. So thank you, Dorothy, for that as well. And a big hello to Roman Schilling as well, because I interrupted when I said hi to you. Anyway, we got Rabbit McGiven here. Stephen Komarak is joining us. We have the one and only crew member Neil Hunter Hyde. Thank you for the happy 10K congratulatory message. Matt at Arms is here. We got Keith. We got JM Fitz G. We have Paige MP. Toy Hunters Hollow is here. How is it going, Toy Hunters Hollow? Good to see you in the chat. We have Right Scan of Skeletor, and it is the one and only Wookiee Sasquatch. And just because you have a cool name, we say hi. And Nunya snuck in at the end. Good to see everybody. So let's kick it off. And Michael, why don't we go ahead and roll our 10K sub giveaway information before we roll into the news, so we can get that first giveaway going.
Yeah, sounds good.
And we're gonna say congrats to these people. Go for it.
Oh no, we just want to say congrats to last week's winner, Robert, for winning the Dargon Sectars toy, Mark for winning the Merman Turtles of Grayskull deluxe figure, and Aaron for winning the Hot Wheels Optimus Prime truck, and Joe for winning the Motu Origins Deluxe Mosquitor.
Yes, and can I say a big thank you to one of our previous week's winners, Jason, who I think is Motu Prince, who sent me this awesome care package, and I have not had time, my apologies, to display this yet, but he sent me these really cool, there's a little flyer, they're Master of the Universe like display stands.
Oh, neat.
Made of like kind of like a nice printed corrugated cardboard with a little standy in the back, and you can stand your figures on these. So I just got to rearrange some stuff and make some space to just send me a set of 3 of these, and these incredible, which I need to frame on in something. These incredible, like what do you call it? They're like shiny.
Yeah, I don't know, but that looks really cool. It's like it's not a lenticular, but
yes, it's like
kind of
it's sort of like the poster that we got with the Eternia playset, how it had this kind of really cool finish. And these are recreations of the MOTU comic books, so they are awesome. I love them. I'm gonna find some frames for these this weekend so I can put them up in my toy room. These are great. Thank you so much, Jason. And I promise them when I put them on display, I will post it on my Instagram. I just have not had time because they take up a little bit more room. I'm gonna have to do some rearranging to find where those are gonna go. But they're really awesome. So I appreciate the gift. And Jason, you are awesome. Thank you from MOTU Prints.
That's awesome. That's so super cool. Yeah, the people are so generous, and yeah, I mean, it's like it's such a nice surprise.
Yeah, it is. I was like, what's this package? And it's, you guys are so amazing. Thank you all for your support. And because you are so amazing, we're giving back to our viewers. And today is the final 10K sub giveaway. And Michael, go ahead and explain for our viewers what they can win today.
All right, so today is our final giveaway, and we have some really, really fun things to give away. So like the Toy Sorceress said, we have the Transformers Age of Primes G2 Universe Grimlock, and this was donated by Rob 2023's mom, Dorothy. And I want to give a special shout out to Rob, and also just send my, I don't know, I'm sorry, because like he's had terrible storms in Ohio, and he'd basically lost power for nearly 2 days. And I was like,
oh no! I hope it's up and running again because Rob's in the chat, so that's good news.
Yes.
Rub 2 sticks together, get your computer running, or I don't know, get your
just in time. So I don't have that one with me, but I have everything else with me. We also have the Turtles of Grayskull Super Shredder, which, man, I don't know how Big Bad Toy Store got a stock of Super Shredders and King Hisses, but hey, we have one to give away, so you don't have to buy one from BBTS.
Maybe those were on that truck that got hijacked from Walmart. And that's
oh my gosh, maybe.
Oh my god, do you think? And that's why like our military turtles got canceled too.
Oh my gosh, maybe. Oh geez, there's so many things are getting stolen these days.
Yeah, apparently some like Walmart truck with like a bunch of stuff got like snagged, and I forget what big shipment of something was on there, or some toy, different toy line that we don't really collect, but it could have been our other stuff was just the casualty of that.
Oh no. It's like back in the 70s with like the New York gangsters in the 60s, like stealing cigarettes off the cigarette trucks, right?
I know. And I was looking forward to those military turtles so bad. I saw like Needless Things YouTube channel had a review on them, and I was like, I got canceled.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, well, luckily Brian Woodruff's made it, so that's great. Yeah, it's funny because I always tell people like I never get things canceled from Walmart, but then I've had 2 recently. I had the Turtles and then also the Red Laser Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates figure got canceled too, and I was like, that sucks.
I got a lot of get that now. It does, but you know what made it? I didn't grab them because we already did an in-hand review, but I got my Zodak yesterday.
Oh yeah, that came too. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
So that made it. Thank God. There were rumors of it getting canceled. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then King Hiss was kind of a shit show too. So anyway.
I know. I'm sorry for all of you. I so feel for all of you who got your orders canceled. It really sucks when you're totally looking forward to something, and it's worse when it gets canceled and it's a freaking exclusive to that retailer. Yeah. Hello, Walmart.
Yeah.
Because you can't get it anywhere else unless you go to the scalpers on eBay and pay double.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, and then I've had this set for a while, and I bought it at Target when it first came out, and I was like, oh, this is a cool homage to Devastator. It's actually the Autobot version of Devastator that they decided to make. It's called the Tonkanator, which is kind of an homage to the Tonka trucks. And so it is basically it's kind of a cool it's a cool set because it looks like the old G1 Devastator gift set, but in yellow. And it's funny. It's funny because I haven't really like looked at this box, but there's a logo on the back. They've actually labeled this a crossover between Tonka and Transformers. And I was like, okay. I mean, the only thing that is Tonka on here is the brand name. Like everything else is Devastator.
Yeah. I mean, they look like little Tonka trucks because it happened to be like, you know, little, you know, construction vehicles or whatever, but they're really cool. They're really cool.
Yeah. And then we have our grand prize. We have Moaty here. He's been here for a very long time because this was donated by our friend Wes over in the Netherlands. So funny how we came across this. He did not fall off of a truck and we did not steal him, but I ordered an extra Eternia set for my friend Wes, who lives in the Netherlands, because I think Mattel Creations was going to charge him an extra like $200 in shipping. And so it was, I saved him $200 by having it shipped to me and then shipping it over to the Netherlands, which makes no sense at all. So he didn't want King Grayskull, which we already gave away. So Frankie Barrera won that one. And then so we finally are giving away the Moat Monster.
That's awesome. He's like, let me out of my plastic prison.
I know, right?
He's been here a long time.
To find a new home is what he needs.
Somebody is going to be lucky enough to adopt him today. Yeah. They're going to win Moaty, which is awesome. So what is the first thing we're giving away today?
That is what I'm queuing up right now. So we are going with the first thing that we're going to give away is the Transformers Age of Prime's Grimlock figure. So let me get
so I believe was that hashtag dinosaur?
It was Dino.
Dino. Hashtag Dino. So if you want to win the Grimlock donated by Robs Von Dorothy. Dorothy, you're so amazing. Type in hashtag Dino. That is going to be your chance to win this awesome version of Grimlock. He can be yours, and we'll give him away a little bit later in the show. So remember, type in hashtag Dino if you want to win him, and then we'll do the drawing for him in just a little bit. And while Michael types that in, we had a fun little time behind stage today because I was getting ready, getting my computer ready, grabbing my mouse and stuff, and I find this tiny little microphone on my desk. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, hello. And I realized that this belonged to Claude Slither's R10 from Super 7, but I'm like, I should just come on and be like, hello, everybody. Like I'm talking to you on this baby tiny mic.
I love it.
And I think I bought Michael enough time, I think.
Yes, you did.
He is ready to load up Mosquitor. Okay, there we go.
All right. So apologies for missing last week, but there were a couple things that we had dropped last week and hoping to talk about them last week, but you're punting it to this week. So we got some cool news from one of our anonymous sources that Mosquitor is coming to the, I don't know if it's New Eternia or New Etheria. Since it's the Horde, it remains to be seen. The only package that we've seen New Etheria is on She-Ra right now. So if the New Eternia Hordak gets a New Etheria branding, then this is probably going to be New Etheria. But again, no official images, but I did find this really, really cool custom. And I have to scroll down to see who did it. It was from Dark Spectre Design Works on Instagram and also Facebook too. I think he has a YouTube channel. But
that is awesome. That is awesome. Real quick before we get further into the article, I just want to plus this in before we lose him way too far up in the chat. Congratulations to Giraffe for being a member for 25 months.
That's crazy.
Going to be a bloodbath when we go up against the Barbie Maniacs for She-Ra this month. Yes, it will. Oh my god, that's going to be like, fists are going to be flying left and right. And just real quick, Rob's mom adores the Toy Sources and Michael and wanted to help support them.
Oh,
She's super sweet for donating. Grimlock, she doesn't have YouTube, so when they announced the giveaway, asked if she wanted to donate, and she said yes. Oh, Rob's mom is amazing. Dorothy, you are awesome. Rob 2023, you are awesome as well, and we adore the both of you, and thank you for that donation. So this is awesome news. We got news of 2 characters coming to the Masterverse line. The first one being Mosquitor. I'm wondering, do you think he's going to have his blood pumping action feature?
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, maybe. God, do the Masterverse figures have action features?
They don't.
Not so much, but maybe.
Well, Roboto has his gears do turn, but you have to.
You're right.
I forgot. What do you press? Like something on his back.
Yeah, I would love for it to have blood pumping action, because like, what's the draw to Mosquito aside from like it being a cool figure? But
exactly, and then but the Motu Classics one doesn't have that action feature.
No, right. It just has the kind of red juice that kind of rolls around in there, but that's about it.
Like a lava lamp, like when you turn it upside down. Kind of drips.
Yeah, it's funny because like I never understood. I mean, I guess maybe I understand now. Like, okay, they needed to reuse the parts for Web Store and Buzz Off, but like Mosquitor does not like warrant this kind of design. And I really love this concept from Dark Spectre designs. And yeah, I would love to see him come with like not these particular wings, but like a set of maybe cool wings that might swap out with maybe those insectoid arms, or combine them both. Who knows?
That would be cool. Do you think he would come packaged with a giant fly swatter?
Yeah. It'll be a new Etheria branded fly swatter there.
Exactly, for She-Ra to swat him with.
Some more revenue for Mattel.
Oh
Find it at your local Target store.
Exactly.
But yeah, I thought this was interesting. And you actually, so he does have a YouTube channel, and he actually talks about how he created this custom. So it's pretty much a mashup of the old Motu Origins Mosquitor, and I think it was a Skeletor buck. So he like chopped them, put them together, and made this really nice, cool figure, Masterverse.
Wow,
so very cool.
That is so creative. I love when people make amazing customs, and it gives us a good idea of what a Masterverse version might look like. They have been killing it, I got to tell you, with the last few figures that we've gotten. So yeah, I'm just impressed more and more by each of their releases. They're great.
Me too. All right. And the next figure that we had early information for was Mantenna is also coming to Masterverse, and I actually hope that these are packaged in the same wave. That would be neat to get 2 more Horde figures in a wave.
It would. And, so I do own, so this is photos of the Motu Classics Mantenna, because, obviously we don't have pictures. We know that he's coming to the line. We have good evidence that he's coming to the line, but we don't know what he's going to look like. I'm hoping that he's like a classic style Mantenna like this. And the one that came from Motu Classics did not have the pop out eyes action feature, but rather a pair of swap out eyes. So he had eyes that, you either put in, but it wasn't bad, because sometimes you want to pose Mantenna on your shelf with just his eyes like popping out. So that was kind of cool. So you don't have to like sit there and like have his button pressed on the back of his head. And if you want to play with one like that, grab your Origins one and have at it and have a great time. So I wouldn't mind if he didn't have the actual pop out eyes action feature. I'm good with either way.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of how they're doing the action features for Mantenna, because you have to sit there and like hold the button down, and then they come back into his sockets. It's like if they left the spring out, you could just kind of lift a lever and then have his eyes come out indefinitely.
Yeah, it would be cool if like it did have the action feature, but like either you push it in and it stays popped out, and then like you pop the button back out and it pushes back. Like it wouldn't just be like you have to either hold it or not hold it. Like it'd be neat to just have the action feature, but keep his eyes popped out if you wanted them to.
Yes.
But we'll see what they do with them. But it's exciting. We're getting more Horde characters.
Yeah.
It is like the month of the Horde, and you know, freaking Hurricane Hordak is digging it.
Yeah, I love it.
We'll look at these later. Yeah, this guy's cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is really awesome. So
yeah, so it's exciting that we're gonna get him, and we don't know how he's gonna be branded either, because again, you know, it could go either way. New Etheria, New Eternia.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they would they would be remiss if they did not brand all of the She-Ra, Pop, and Horde subline New Etheria. I just think that's a really cool sub brand and like a different way to you know, just New Eternia is great, but you know, let's give She-Ra her day in the sun and give her a new cool name too.
Absolutely.
Her subline.
You know, She-Ra's gonna need to come back with a fly swatter and a can of raid. So it's time for the insects.
Yeah, maybe the Barbie one will.
Yeah, I know, right? So that's what those extra accessories were that I couldn't make out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Should we give away? All right. Let's do the giveaway for Grimlock, and then we can get the next one started. See, fourth time's a charm.
Absolutely. So if you haven't done it already and you're procrastinating and you want a chance to win Grimlock, type in #Dino right now. It's your last chance to do it before we roll the dice and see who wins Grimlock. So I'll give you guys another couple seconds to get your hashtags in, and Michael's gonna roll it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. All right, let's do this.
All right.
You have to put it in now. You're too late.
All right, let us draw, and here we go. And not all the names will show, but it'll show the winner in a very cool way. And Brian is the winner. Congratulations. That's
Brian.
Awesome. Yeah, we've seen you in the chat.
Yes.
And you were the one who got your turtles as well. So, hey, that is awesome. So congratulations on winning the Age of Primes Grimlock. So Rob 2023 will actually be sending that out to you, but please send your info over to toyhabits@gmail.com, and we will get your name and address, and we will pass it on to you, or to Rob, and we will get you your Grimlock.
Yay, and thank you again, Dorothy, for donating Grimlock, and to Rob 2023 for being cool and having such an awesome mom. And congratulations to Brian for winning. The next one, we should probably just tee up.
Yes.
And I'll ramble through it so you can get it ready. We're going to tee up the next giveaway. So the next giveaway is going to be Super Shredder, right? So you're going to type in #Shredhead. That's going to be the next one that we're going to do. #Shredhead. We'll show that up on the screen in just a moment. So if you want to win the Turtles of Grayskull Super Shredder Deluxe figure, you're going to be typing in #Shredhead, and we'll put that up on the screen, and exactly how you guys are spelling it perfectly on the screen right there, like the rest of the chat. You guys are awesome. I thought that was a fun one. I came up with all these hashtags just because I wanted to do funny ones. So this is awesome. And which I couldn't remember the one I did for Grimlock, so which was obvious, which was #Dino. So there you go. #Shredhead for Super Shredder.
Okay, and let me get this banner going and see. Let's see, Shred Head. Yes, it's spelled right. Okay, good.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I have to double check.
No problem. Yep, perfect.
All right, so let's motor on with the early information, because we can't say the L word with Mattel involved anymore. We also have some very strong evidence that a very cool MOTU ThunderCats figure is going to be coming to the line, and that is Panthor. So again, no official images, but we're guessing that he is going to be looking like the Battle Cat counterpart.
Yes, he is. How cool, and this is just me, like freaking wishful thinking. How cool would it be if he was flocked?
Yes,
Like
that would be awesome.
Like we got Mothman flocked. Why can't we get a flocked Thundercats crossover Panthor action figure? They can do it. It's totally possible. And again, I just have wishful thinking because I love my Panthers to be flocked. You know that. But this is gonna be a really cool figure. I can't wait to see him. And this is an awesome custom design that that you're showcasing here.
Yeah, it's a mashup between the Mythic Legion's tribute figure. I think his name was Purplor, funny name, and a kind of recolored purple Beastman buck. So I thought that was an interesting mashup. I thought it was cool because of all of like the oversized armor, and seeing the armor that the Battle Cat figure got. We could totally see, like, I would love to see like this whole ram's horn design for Panthor.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. A Groom mashup. That's neat. Now, I think Panthor is going to be his own thing. I think Groom would be a separate character. They haven't been like really mixing different characters together, but rather either Motuizing or Thundercatizing individual characters, which I like. I don't like when they totally mash up two figures. I'm appreciating them keeping their individuality, but being like bipedal and with cool armor on them.
Oh yeah, I meant the mashup, or he used a beast.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just answering, I guess, people's comments in the chat. Yeah. Oh no, you're good. But I appreciate like that the Thundercats are keeping up their their own individual. As a matter of fact, it was Everloss's comment here asking if it was like a Groom mashup, but I think Groom would be his own character, and he'd be really cool.
Yeah, and seeing some of the card art teases that Roy Juarez and Fetch did, they're teasing a like Beastman and Trapjaw, and so they're a kind of Thundercats version of Beastman and Trapjaw, but they still look like Beastman and Trapjaw.
Exactly, and that's what I really like about this line. They're keeping the essence of the coolness of like the Masters of the Universe characters, and then eternizing the Thundercats characters, which I think is awesome. And this is funny. Panthor versus Panthro.
Yes.
Like, we're going to screw that up writing up an article. You know that.
I know, right? That's funny. Wanted to...
sorry, good.
That's all right. Wanted to plus in Warren Newman's £2, I think that is, super chat. Yes. Thank you so much. He said he just got the new Hordak, and it looks awesome.
That is super cool.
Thank you so
cool.
much.
And they did retain his action features. He's got this little scrolly wheel to make his little attachments spin.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Yes.
That is really
Check out the review I did, because I did put a video up in there that you can see his action feature work.
That's really
cool.
Yeah, so interesting. I think this figure was probably expected to be coming, but hopefully we'll see this at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I hope we see a bunch of Thundercats there.
Yes.
I want to see Battle Cat Man riding Panthor.
Oh my gosh.
That would be friggin' hilarious.
Yeah, reminds me of the whole like furries sub I don't know, the sub thing that people do, dress up as animals and party together.
Oh yeah. Oh god. We just took a funny turn.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, that would be so cool if we got like an anthropomorphic Claudine with the curly hair.
Oh, that would be neat.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't even think of like them mashing up, like bringing in like the She-Ra characters in here too.
Yeah.
Neat.
You can do so much with that. I can't believe SDCC is only a few months away.
Yes, and we will be there again, and this year we will be going as press. We got our press credentials approved by Comic-Con, so not sure what extra things is going to get us, but hey, we're going as press.
we were proactive this year and got our press applications in on time.
Finally.
Finally, I know. It's okay. It takes a couple of years to iron out all the glitches, right?
Yeah, totally. All right, Everlost is holding out hope for Katrina. I would love to see Katrina in the cartoon collection line because she was teased on Web Stores card art, and I would like she'd be a perfect cartoon collection figure. Like if they're making Fangman, they have to make Katrina.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, people are stoked about Claudine. Katrina would be great in the cartoon collection. Speaking of, my Buzz Off came in. I think he's on its way. He was in my pile of loot.
Oh, nice.
So can't wait for that.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny. I completely forgot that I had ordered these from Amazon, and so I also ordered them from Big Bad Toy Store. So now I have 2 sets. So one's I'm gonna ship the ones I got back from Big Bad
did your Amazon ones ship too? Because they ship a June date. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They shipped early. They're sitting right here. So.
Okay, I had some from Amazon too, but I canceled them because I was like, oh, they're in stock on PBTS. So I
lost track of them. But it's funny because like they never really went back in stock for like I think we'd found the listings early. Yeah. They went up for order early and then they never went back into stock.
Exactly.
Weird.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Stupid Amazon.
Yep. In many more ways than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if we got a Swift one too, of course.
That would be neat.
I'd love to see Swift one. But this one's exciting. Of course, if we got the Battle Cat man, we're gonna get Panthor. And I don't know if he's gonna have a funny name or not, but he's gonna be really cool.
It's gonna be something original. Panthor Cat Man.
This is a fun line. I'm like loving it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I still it was so much fun to sit next to you and like watch you lose your shit when the last Comic-Con when that got teased.
It was on tape because we were live with all of you all. And yes, I lost my shit. And so did Jay. And then Michael was like, what? Until they flashed the Thundercats logo, and then you're like, oh, that was hilarious. It was great. All right. It was so much fun. I can't believe we're here now and we're talking about, new figures and concepts and we actually have stuff on pre-order too and saw official images for the first 2 waves. So I can't believe like how far we've come. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty neat. Yes. All right. So another oh wait, do we want to give away Shredder next?
Yes. So if you haven't already done so, enter in #ShredHead for your last chance to win Super Shredder from the Turtles of Grayskull. That's right. #ShredHead. If you haven't put it in now, because this is your chance to win this awesome figure. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to this guy. So here we go. Michael, get ready. And if you haven't put him in, another 5 more seconds. And we're going to do... All right, and time. So let's do it.
All right, who is going to win the Super Shredder? We have Chris Owens in the house is win the Super Shredder. Congratulations, Mr. Chris. I have that actually right next to me. So if you get me your information over to toyhabits@gmail.com, I will get this shipped off to you this weekend. So congratulations. And I always love to play Stone Cold. Hell yeah. That's right. Congratulations. And we also have to have some air. Right, come on. All right.
Okay. Awesome. Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah.
Super cool. So what's the next thing we're loading up? We're gonna switch gears.
Hold on. Let me I need to type the hashtag in.
Yeah, I wanted to save some time. So the next one that we're going to be doing is sorry, because I just don't have the slides loaded up in front of me. Will be
it's the Tonkinator Devastator.
So that one was hashtag.
Hold on, wait. I need to put it into the thing first before.
I'll shut up. So anyway, congratulations to Chris for winning at Shredhead.
Okay.
That is too awesome. Turtles of Grayskull Shredder is dope, and I am just going to flash up everyone's awesome congratulations messages. And Chris Owen says, "Thank you so much, all. That is so cool. Oh, Motu Prince is in the house. Thank you, Motu Prince. I did show everybody the amazing stands that you sent and these cool prints that you sent me. So I'm gonna get these on display. I so appreciate that. That was really, really nice of you. And the next giveaway is going to be hashtag Tonka. And it's funny because I made all these hashtags and I forgot what they were. It's been a long week.
It is all good. It's funny. Like I've had this set for so long and I've never opened it, and I was like, might as well give it away.
Absolutely. That was super nice of you. This is from Michael's personal collection. I remember when you bought it, you're all excited, and now somebody else is going to be excited because they're going to win. And yes, Motu Prince, I did get them. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And we also gave you a little congratulations message last week for your win on the giveaway. So if you want to win the Tonkanator, put in hashtag Tonka now, and it will be your chance. So we got a lot of people entering. So let's talk about this one because all we had was this little silhouette of She-Ra,
Yes.
and I know you specifically said in your article this is the 2016 40th or 2016 She-Ra that was released previously, and everybody totally ignored that, and they're like, "Oh my God, leaked images!" The first images went all over social. And someone was like, "Oh, that looks a lot like the 2016 one. I guess they didn't change it." It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is funny, but it's funny. Collector Phil, who comment, he's in our live streams and he comments on our YouTube. He actually sent us an email a long time ago when we were talking about the gold label She-Ra, and he was like, maybe this is what they meant by the gold label She-Ra, because this is pretty much what Barbie does, like with their gold label. So maybe this is the gold label.
Yeah, and that's where I first looked this up, because I was like, "Oh, what's gold label She-Ra?" Remember, we were doing some research on it. So I was like, "Oh, this 2016." I think it was like an SDCC exclusive Barbie or whatever. But it's really cool, and it's just it's like things spread like wildfire on the internet.
It's so funny because there's also like some, I don't know if I think there's also some misinformation about when this figure is going to go on sale and what it has. And so like just to set the record straight, all we have is this silhouette. We don't know when it's coming out or when, or like what day it's going to be released, what price it is, or even what it looks like. So if you know us by now, we often use stand-ins that look very similar to maybe what we're going to see. So like looking at the She-Ra from 2016, I'm like, it's probably going to look a little bit more updated, maybe Mondoized, possibly.
It could be. It's funny because I've been actually typing that into my my thumbnails sometimes with a little asterisk, like I did with Mantenna. I put like Motu Classics shown for reference, so people don't go to town and be like, "Oh my God." Just after lesson learned, right?
I know. Yeah, maybe I should do that because people don't read. People
no, they don't read in your article. They just see this photo.
They just like the pictures.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Fun picture.
I know, but I can't wait to see what the She-Ra looks like. I'm sure she's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome to have a brand new She-Ra with rooted hair. And real soft goods clothes and incredible accessories, I'm sure, for hopefully a fairly affordable price, because Barbies aren't too expensive. And it'd be great to get something like this. So
yes, totally. Yeah, Collector Phil is in the chat. The hype is real for this release. That's awesome. Paige MP, I feel odd about this She-Ra, and you guys know I'm an Etherean. Interesting. Tell me more, Paige. Tell me more.
Yeah, Paige, you want to know why do you feel odd? Yeah.
Yes. Barbie is
the going to burst. Oh my God, how cool would it be if she came with like a Swiftwind pony?
Yeah. I mean, Mattel is bringing together like two very iconic brands here. So yeah, they've done it. It's awesome. So that's again,
they got to do Catcher too.
Yeah, they should do the whole line. but
I was
they're
gonna
not.
say, could you imagine if we start getting like the different like rebellion characters and stuff like that
Oh my,
in
that would
Barbie?
be neat. Yeah,
I know.
that would be
Oh, my pork
awesome.
wallet.
I love Motu Prince's question. Does this go in the Barbie room or the Motu room? Hey, maybe you're gonna have to get two.
There
Who
you
knows?
go, one in each.
Yeah, or dress one down as Adora, and maybe you
Yeah,
can have the Shira and Adora. That'd be neat to think about too if she comes with an Adora outfit as well.
I was gonna say maybe she does, or maybe they release the second one that's just Adora.
Yes.
So you have both.
Legend Odinson, do you need some sort of Barbie Club membership to order? No clue. I haven't bought a Barbie in a very long time. I think ever. And so this might actually be the first Barbie I ever get.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god, Solar Koala. Hero Ken, they already have the same face. That would be so cool though. You know I would get one. I absolutely
oh yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Yep. I'm all about it.
You need all the
anything for
heroes.
hero. Mm-hmm. I need a hero.
Yes, there we
go. You're gonna get me to sing it somehow. So I don't know if we want to take a closer look at what the 2016 one looked like a little bit further down in the post, just so we can get an idea of what this Barbie Shira may look like. And she came actually packed with an Adora outfit. There you go. And of course her classic looking Shira outfit that looked like the vintage figure as well, which I think is really cool. And she's got her wraparound crown and the different skirting and everything. So that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so yeah, we'll be sure to keep you posted on anything related to any updates that we hear or come across on the web, because that's pretty much all we do in our off hours is just look for dirt on these figures.
Exactly. So this is exciting, and yeah, when we get more news, we'll let you know. In the meantime, if you're ready and you haven't put it in the chat yet, type in #Tonka, because we're going to be giving away the Tonkanator in just a minute. But yeah, I can't wait for that, Shira. You always love hero. I need a hero. Yes, I do. I need a Shira. I do need her too. So here we go. Put it in if you haven't put it in the chat. #Tonka. We're giving away the Tonkanator. Oh my god. Barbie Shira Swiftwind in a pink convertible would be so cool.
Oh my gosh, that would be so neat.
Oh my god. That would be awesome.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Let's see. Let's get the drum roll going. Button.
Share the screen. There you go.
Who's gonna win this beautiful gift set today? Oh, we got Robert Shum, who is the recipient. Let me get this drum roll off. And we got Robert Shum in the house, who is the lucky recipient of this awesome Tonkanator gift set, which is the Autobot version of Devastator. So congratulations, Robert. And if you can get your info over to toyhabits@gmail.com, I will get this off to you as soon as you give me your info.
Robert wasn't expecting that. I mean, we are so happy for you, Robert. That is amazing. Big win, homie. Yes. That is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Good.
No. Go. I think I was going to say the same thing that you were. Go ahead.
Oh, we probably were going to say the same thing. I love it when people are in the chat are genuinely happy and excited for the winners. You guys are just so nice. It just warms my heart.
Yes.
You say it. Say?
Yes, you say it much better than I do. So.
Oh.
That is
you guys
awesome.
are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Well, congratulations, and all right.
Phoenix 77. I think you remember before, maybe you upgraded, but congratulations and welcome if you're upgrading or changing your membership. But we know you, Black Phoenix, and welcome back to the crew. That is awesome.
Yes. All right.
So cool. So the next one, are we loading up Moaty now?
We are.
Okay,
So
so if you want to win Moaty, this is going to be the grand prize giveaway. We have a few more stories to talk about, so we're gonna have a little longer to allow you to put your name in there. It's gonna be hashtag Moaty. We made this one easy. I didn't make it ribbit or anything like that. Hashtag Moaty. If you want to win Moaty, he's been waiting a long time to be let out of his little plastic prison. So if you want to win Moaty, we're going to give him away at the end of the show, after our stories and after our tow haul, because I want you guys to wait and have an awesome, fun moment. So
we got to get a lot of people in this entry, because I'm sure that if you didn't order Eternia, or if you just don't want to pay the exorbitant prices on eBay, this is probably the only place where you're going to get them for free.
Absolutely. So get it in. Oh, it's okay. Roman, just type in again, and then you should be able to get it. So
Also too, like if you've typed it in once, it only counts it one time. So if you type it in like 10,000 times, it only counts as one. So just type it in once and you're good to go.
Absolutely. So hashtag Moaty if you want to win that. So the next story we're going to jump to is, you want to talk about Thundercats?
Not.
Or you got something else loaded up
yet. I want to talk about everybody's favorite topic just for a couple minutes, the snake lair.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And just before we dive in, we got
digital
diarrhea. Becoming a YouTube member. Welcome to the Toy Habits crew. Good to have you. That is amazing. Thank you so much for joining. You are an amazing company. So welcome to the crew. Let's talk about snake lair.
All right. So it's very interesting how we came across this. So I'm often on the Mattel customer support website just looking for stuff, and OpPups, the Masters of the Universe Origins Snake Lair playset crowdfund, which actually they've since removed from their customer support database. But Giraffe, who is one of our addicts on our Discord, he loves to kind of pal around in the MOTU Club Grayskull forum on the Mattel Creations website. And one of the moderators there said that they were going to have a snake lair update in April. And so April has passed. And so we're now into May. And basically, this is kind of confirming that this crowdfund is back on. And, comments from Axel Jimenez over the last couple months have also hinted that the snake lair is also coming back online. And so I kind of threw out a little spicy take on when we might see this snake lair pop up. And I was thinking, okay, we have a Saturday release for MOTU collectors, which we've never had before. And this lines directly up with London Comic-Con. And so I was like, I don't know if this is going to be released like this or not. People were kind of looking at the price tag of like the $2 signs and being like, oh, maybe it's oversized Mothman or whatever. But I don't know. I would think that if it is oversized Mothman, like that would be kind of a shame to like release at a Comic-Con and like release it on a Saturday. I would think, like, why wouldn't you want to re-release the snake lair at a con, and on display? So that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I think it's a great theory. I wouldn't take too much about how many freaking dollar signs are showing on there, because why would they have they have not done a regular Mattel Creations exclusive release on a Saturday, and they typically give us the name of what the heck it is on their launch calendar, so we know what to expect. They don't just say like MOTU release and Masters of the Universe and not tell us anything. So I think there are some hidden signs, and probably if they put too many dollar signs in there, we would have automatically guessed what it was supposed to be. So I think those are symbolic and not showing how many actual, digits are in the price. And you absolutely could be right.
And right or wrong, something is coming on May 24th. So it's going to be super interesting to see what it is. There's several things that it could be. We have our unverified list of Mattel Creations, list that we
Yes.
got earlier in the year with like Too Bad, Dragstore, Stone Dar, and something else. Something else.
I forget what else is on the list, but we've got several characters still. How about Too Bad? Classic Too Bad.
Yes,
Could
that would
be.
awesome.
But it would be awesome. So the Fright Zone actually going to be a retail release, so it's not going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive. So it's not going to be the Fright Zone, but this is interesting. Can't wait what they did to see what they've done with the snake layer. I'm hoping that they went back to the drawing board and made it look more like what that concept image is. And I would be really happy if it was more of a clamshell type playset, because that just screams classic Motu to me.
Yes, and oh my gosh, they're so interesting. Before I published this article and kind of reinserted this poll, like unofficial poll that we did, I think it had like 300 votes, and this was maybe like 4 days ago. It now has 700 votes. And so we asked the question, would you like the classic clamshell version or the kind of epic design that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con 2024? And so this is how, and I also included like an option to purchase both, because I thought like, oh, maybe they'll pull a cantina like the Star Wars HasLab did and be like, hey, you can have a couple versions. It's like, okay, there's one that we've made already. Right. And so, man, a whopping 72% want the clamshell concept. 9% want the SDCC 2024 version, and 19% want an option to purchase both.
So hopefully, Mattel, if you are watching, because I know you guys sometimes do, this is really, really good research and data for you, because we fell in love with that sketch, that concept that you guys showed us, because it screamed out classic Motu playset, but it was something we never got before, and it was really cool because it was a home for all our snake men, but it looked like it totally fit in with our Castle Grayskull and our Snake Mountain. That's what we really loved about it. Not to say that what they came up with wasn't cool, but I think it was like probably a little too much, because we know there are a lot of cooks in the kitchen and a lot of people tried to get their ideas in there. But it would be awesome if we got a clamshell version like that.
Yes. Oh yeah, also something I forgot to mention too, with that discovery of that listing that they had in the customer support database, it did have the release date as 2026. And so, we always know that like Eternia took about a year out. And so I'm thinking it's got to be coming soon if it's a 2026 release. And so they have to have this reveal soon. They really need to get this back on track and get people excited about it again. And I hope that they do it right. I mean, when they revealed this thing, it looked beautiful, but kind of looking at the details and kind of the mismatch in like what people were expecting, I thought it was a great idea that they went back to the drawing board and put the pause on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes simpler is better, because it just has a really neat charm. And the thing that we love, always take this back in your mind. The thing that we love about Origins is its simplicity and its beautiful homages to the vintage figures. As simple and as charming and as amazing as those were, there are modern updates to the amazing simplification of these, what used to be 5 POA or 6 POA figures taken into a modern look, but they still have the charm of the vintage. And so that's really what that sketch for that snake layer captured. And I think that's what we all loved about it. So hopefully we get some of that back, because Origins is really key for pulling at our heartstrings. Like Masterverse does an awesome job of like updating and like super cool and extra detail and like reimagining things. So we have that line for that. But Origins is really about taking us back to our childhood and capturing what was special about Motu in the 1980s. So that's what that sketch looks like to me.
Totally. I love Shannon's comment. Keep it simple. Keep the snake layer simple. Yep. It's the Kith method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Moving on to some other snake-related news. We got some really cool leaked images of the Cold Slither SDCC 2025 4-pack, which was neat. This was courtesy of JCan7, and I don't know where he posts this stuff, but Full Force Podcast is always all over this stuff, which is awesome because he shares the images with everybody, and we can also share them with our with everyone like you. So wow, it's coming together very nicely. I love it's like having a little drum kit and all these instruments is so cool.
I know they're really cool. I was gonna say if you two are excited about a headless band, totally joking, because they're just prototypes and their heads will be on there. But it's really cool to see the little band and like all the detail that Lenny was describing about the drum kit and like the cool guitar and all that stuff. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun, and I'm wondering if they're doing this on purpose, because I think from their like marketing, I'm like, are they going to be like slowing down their live streams, or just like, because they only have 2 figures in the pipeline reveals at the moment, and so it's like usually they have a very long list, and it's like I don't know how JCon7 either gets away with this stuff or just gets these images, but it's great.
What if JCon7 is really Lenny?
Oh my gosh.
And he's just trying to get people excited, like, I'm going to leak some photos. I'm totally kidding. I don't know who JCon7 is, but we've been getting a lot of the leaked images, which they're amazing to see. And don't forget, next month is JoJo June.
Yes.
So new pipeline releases, new name only reveals, and who knows what else is to come. So
yeah.
They couldn't afford a microphone in the budget. That's why they're using this little baby tiny one.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I love it. Yeah, we could see Buzzer's mohawk down here. That's that thing. And it's interesting because, I don't think this is shown in the digital render, but only his like rock star portrait is shown, and it looks like he comes with a normal head sculpt too. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming in this pack than what I thought.
I might have to get them. I was like trying to be like, oh, I'm not going to buy that.
You know what? We're going to be there live, and I'm sure you're going to fall in love with them and be like,
I know. It's like the modern day monkeys. I'm going to have to get them.
You're going to swoon.
I know. And now because I have the Super 7 little Reaction Plus version, I'm like, he's cool. He has a little guitar. How neat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And interesting that you bring up the Super 7 reaction stuff. So I was talking to one of the people that I know at the Super 7 store where I go, and he said that there was more code Slither coming in the O-ring line for SDCC. So
ooh, that's cool.
We'll see that as well.
Oh my god, could you imagine if they came with like other band instruments?
Oh my gosh, they totally should. Like if Super 7, they make like
they'll release the rest of the band.
Oh, they totally should. They totally should. Yeah, because I think they probably have all of the instruments made just for like the reaction line in general. They can just reprint them.
Yeah, totally. They actually do have some for the Muppets reactions, right? Because from the what's the Muppet band? How come it's not coming to me right now?
I don't know.
The Muppet, you know which one I'm talking about? Mayhem, or what the hell is the rock band called from the Muppets? Anyway,
I'm totally blanking on what.
I'm totally blanking too.
Oh, sorry.
But Dr. Teeth and the whatever the heck his band is called, but they have drum kit for Animal, right? So maybe they'll use that.
Yeah, you can relate to this comment, right? Or yeah, you're about to plus it in too.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the one about Buzzer's glasses staying.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're both like clicking at the same time, and it starts toggling it. We both click. So Buzzer's glasses. Yes, I hope that he comes with an extra head, because that's a great idea to be able to swap it with the first one, because the damn Buzzer's glasses go flying off across the floor every time I like look at them. If I barely like Muppet Mayhem, that's it. If I barely like it's like the Electric Mayhem. It's Electric Mayhem. That's it. Dr. Keith and Electric Mayhem. Thank you. It was driving me crazy. So there are some Muppet band instruments out there. Yeah, it would be really cool if we got an extra head, and then we can swap it out with the other one that flies off all the time. So
yes,
those glasses look like they're staying on much better.
Yes. All right. All right, I got one more thing to share on my side. And yeah, this is again coming from the Full Force podcast. And so he is already starting his 2026 leak list, which is insane because we're what?
2025 just started. What happened? Slow down,
I know,
people.
right? Yeah, so we knew that Red Dog and Taurus were coming, but they've been identified as a code name. So they're the first code name to be released on this list that he has. So he keeps track of the standard retail waves, the exclusives, and the 2-packs, and also the retro card back figures. And so this one was JQ Johnny, I guess was his code name. And so that is Taurus and Red Dog. And it's interesting because only Mercer and Sergeant Slaughter from the Renegades, which we've seen leaked images for already, they're the only ones on the pipeline list right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Yojo June, if they're actually going to be continuing like the pipeline names, or if they're just going to keep them hush hush and just kind of reveal them or drop them out of the blue wherever.
Yeah, I mean, it does help build up excitement when they do it that way, but I don't know what their game plan is, but it's cool that these guys are coming to the line. Neat to see.
Yeah, very cool to see. Very interesting that they're doing a 2-pack with Red Dog and Taurus, and also Sergeant Slaughter and Mercer. Like I would love a classic, larger than life classified scale 3-pack of the Renegades. That'd be neat.
Oh yeah, that would be very cool.
So that is awesome. I think that was all I had on my side for now.
Okay. So we're gonna switch gears, and you did not miss Thundercats Lord Hoagie. We're actually going to talk about that right now. And in the meantime, I'm going to remind everybody, if you haven't put it in and you want a chance to win Moaty, put in #Moaty for your chance to win the Moat Monster from the Eternia playset, and you too can have one in that awesome, Powers of Grayskull packaging. It was the first Powers of Grayskull package we saw, and I lost my shit when I saw that. And I thought we were going to get more a lot sooner, but it's still been a while. So last week we did get these leaked images of Wave 14, which were quite deep cuts for the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate line. I thought we were going to get, it's funny because there's a few core characters that we have not gotten yet that I'm hoping would be released soon. So like the last wave, we finally got Safari Joe. So I thought for sure on this wave we would have gotten Tuska Warrior, because I love Tuska Warrior and I have one on card. He's over there, one of my faves, and he still hasn't come out. But what we did get in this wave is kind of in fashion of that Mondo Lion-O that just recently got released. We're going to get a King Lion-O version. We also have this King Tut character, Wizra, and then Red Eye. So these are some fairly deep cuts. Lion-O looks really cool. These are very grainy images, but we can see that he's got his coronation crown on, and there's just two different facial expressions. And then of course you get Lion-O's Sword of Omens, both closed and open, some additional hands. He's got this very cool soft goods cape, of course, his claw shield, and then this stick or staff. So that version of Lion-O is cool. I'm gonna pick him up because I love Lion-O. And then we have Wizra. So Wizra was a powerful sorcerer from the cartoon. He looks like he stepped right out of a Egyptian temple, and he is very cool looking. So he was in one of the episodes, and that working his magic against the Thundercats. So this is a really deep cut. I'm surprised that they went here with this character, because we've got many more to go, and you can see he kind of has some blast effect images for electricity coming from his fingers. He's got a different facial expression here without his little hood. I don't know if this comes off because maybe he just has the bald head and you can swap it. and then some kind of chain accessory. It's kind of hard to tell. And then of course it looks like it might be like a plastic cape. It doesn't really look like a soft goods cape on this guy.
I need to rewatch the cartoon to see all these guys.
Yeah, I don't remember these two guys. And then there's Red Eye, who was also a villain, and he was one of, I guess he was fighting along the evil mutants as well. I don't really remember what episode he was in, but this is another one of those chunky characters, just like one that we got in the last wave, which was one of the Berserkers. So yes. He's probably going to be a big, heavy piece of plastic, and probably at that higher price point, which I don't even want to see how much the ultimates are going to be when they come out next time around.
I know, right? $1,000. Yeah.
These are getting pricey. Well, what do you think about these releases?
I like them a lot. Like the classic characters are cool, but it's nice to throw in a wave of just like unexpected, like deep cut characters. So yeah, I'm a fan of this. And yeah, I actually really like the way that Red Eye looks. I have the last release. Was it the Lunatax, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that figure is solid and huge, and I totally forget, I'm totally blanking on the name, but yeah, I love the heaviness and all of the detail that Super 7 puts in there.
Yeah, their Thundercats Ultimates line has just been spot on. I mean, even Tigra, I left him downstairs, but the new deluxe Tigra is great. Like the quality of that figure is so much better than the deluxe Lion-O. He's like nice and solid and built just as good as a regular Ultimates figure. And I love it because he looks like the LJN colors to me. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's like my LJN release, and I'm absolutely loving it. I've got the cartoon one over here. But they're doing a great job. And, like the light up eyes Lion-O and Mumra, like those came out beautifully. And, I'm all in on these Thundercats figures. So just so exciting to get more. And as a matter of fact, and if you remember, the wave 12 is going to be Vultureman with the Sky Cutter. So that's why like this is kind of the little, that's like one of those, character vehicle, like small waves or whatever, if you want to call it. So that's why this turned out to be wave 13. But it's really interesting to see these, and I'm super excited. Like I just can't wait to bring on more Thundercats for us, because they're cool. Like this guy's really cool. I love the Egyptian pharaoh dude, and of course I'm gonna get this Lion-O because
of course
can't have too many Lion-Os. So
no,
that is a lot of fun.
All the Lion-Os.
All the lions. Gotta get all the Lion-Os. Then switching over to some Star Wars news. May 4th is Sunday, so May the 4th be with you. And we had an awesome Star Wars fan stream today, kicking off very cool Star Wars weekend with some awesome new releases. And they went over vintage collection and Black Series stuff. And you can see what's in the center of this picture, Michael. I'm sure when you saw that, you lost your shit.
Oh, I totally did. I was like, oh my God.
I know, because first I was like listening to the fan stream and they're like describing it, and they didn't pull out what it was. And they're like, we found some like black and white photos of like these old alien characters. We added some funky colors to them. And I was like, and they're like, oh, and it's going to be a 4-pack. And I'm like, ugh. Like, what lame thing did they do now, right? Like, here I am, like, all judgy. And then they pull out the freaking Cantina Adventure playset backdrop. And I was like, oh. And then they start pulling out each of the figures, which I literally just ordered, like, 2 of them in their regular colors for this Mos Eisley street scene that I ordered. Because I don't collect the vintage collection, but now I find myself, I'm going to be ordering some of them. So, slippery slope. That set is cool. So, let's dive in to the fan stream, and these things are all going to be going on. Pre-order will go one by one, starting on Sunday. So the first thing they showed was this Stormtrooper 3-pack. So Stormtroopers of the Empire. So we got a Commander Hoth Snowtrooper, a Sand Trooper, and a new kind of retooled Scout Trooper, Biker Scout. So the Sand Trooper is kind of a redo of one of the vintage collections. He's got a new backpack with some added detail and I guess some additional his rifle accessories. He looks really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what you think about this figure art, and you actually do collect the vintage collection, right?
I do, yeah. I do collect some of them. I will show some off in our toy haul section because I kept it very Star Wars related. But yeah, I like all the Stormtrooper scouts, clones, like army builders. Like I don't army build, but you know, it's funny because like when I saw you know, when I finally got around to watching this later in the day, all of the you know, classic stuff that they were doing, I was like, the Toy Sorcerers is gonna love this.
I know, and I don't collect these, and it's like such a slippery slope because I bought 2 of the Snow Troopers, the ones that just came out like a month ago because oh, you know, Snow Troopers are so expensive for the vintage figures, and I wanted to add some on my display next to my at. Then when I got them, I was like, oh my god, these are so nice. They have little soft goods, you know, they're little skirting, and like the detail was so cool on them, and like they move so well, and they didn't look like weird and gummy anymore. Like they were good, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to collect another line. These are so neat. Slippery slope. I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope. So here is a Commander Snow Trooper. He has a little bit different detail on him. I think they put a slightly different helmet with like some added detail where the nose is, and his little insignia looks a little different. Collector Phil, you're so funny. And then this guy doesn't come with the backpack because he's a commander, so he doesn't have to schlep shit on his back. The grunt guys can carry on, but he is really cool. Yes, and he's got a new boot design also, so he looks a little different. They're nice and clean. They're not like you know, dirty looking, but so he's cool. Yeah. That's Commander Snow Trooper. And then so they've slightly retooled the Biker Scout with some different internal joints for, I guess, his hips, and then retooling some pieces for where his legs bend and his knees and things like that, so he can sit on the speeder bike a little bit better.
Oh, that's awesome.
So needed. If you don't have one, you can get one.
Yeah, I get all the Biker Scouts.
Are you going to get this?
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
I was going to say, are you going to get this?
Yeah. I totally am. I'm like, I'm just getting it for the Biker Scout.
You should. I mean, I do have actually. I like really pick and choose a little tiny bit of vintage collection. I do have 2 of those over by my Ewok village on their little Biker Scouts, on their little scooter bikes. So this one, if you're interested, goes up for pre-order on Sunday on Hasbro Pulse. It's going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for Hasbro Pulse premium members, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific for everybody else. And it's coming out summer of 2025. And, you know, it's like Hasbro freaking, my membership just expired at the end of April. So I'm going to have to renew it just for, you know, the Cantina Adventure playset, which we're going to look at. So here's a new release, just kind of revamp of the Stormtrooper. I don't think that much has changed. I think they added his like gun holster like on the left-hand side, and then kind of a new card back with a really nice image. Yeah. So if you like that and you're interested, there's this little gun holster. Gotta love the Stormtroopers. And of course, here's a new sculpt for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's got double soft goods robe here and there.
Yeah, it looks so good. Looks so good.
Oh, and you know what I loved about this one? I guess I didn't put I had just one screenshot, so it made this uneven. But his face sculpt looks really good. I mean, they captured Alec Guinness like perfectly for a 3 3/4 inch figure. Like he looked great. I was surprised. So that brings us to the freaking Cantina Adventure playset. And if they did this in the retro collection, I would have lost my mind. But this is close enough. Yeah, I still lost my mind. Freaking awesome. Cantina Adventure playset. They scanned the original version, and it comes with this cardboard backdrop in this amazing retro style box with all of the 4 Cantina aliens on individual cards. You get, and they're all colored. They're just recolors of, I guess, the figures that have already been released, but they're in their Kenner vintage color scheme. So you have Hammerhead, and then Greedo in his bright green, lime green outfit. and then of course Walrus Man with his orange jacket, and then you've got of course your blue Snaggletooth with his go-go boots.
I love it.
What do you think of this one, Michael?
It's gonna make a really nice display piece. I love when they do these backdrops, and also when they do like the scenes and stuff, like the Mos Eisley set and stuff like that. So it's gonna look really neat and just like super throwback to whatever the late 70s, early 80s.
So this, as you know, was the Sears exclusive Cantina Adventure playset. And I guess it came out in 78, if I'm not mistaken. And that's where they packed Blue Snaggletooth in, because they didn't have a pose from the movie or whatever. So they had kind of invented what Snaggletooth looked like, and then later corrected him when he got his individual release into the little red figure. And it was, as you know, Blue Snaggletooth was the super rare version, but these look so good. And I had just ordered a Hammerhead and a Walrus Man to put it in my Mos Eisley display, and now they're in their freaking Kenner colors.
Oh man, did you open those already?
No, they haven't come yet. Oh, okay. I haven't pre-ordered.
Got it.
I might still keep them because they're kind of like they're in their brown color schemes, and so that's kind of like the tan brown exterior Tatooine playset. It's gonna go next to the land speeder, and this will be a separate thing. So I think I'm gonna keep both of them on order anyway. But I just love, I adore the artwork that they did back in the 1970s for these cardboard backdrops, especially when they illustrated like the little characters in them. Like I super love that, and they captured this beautifully, and it's just basically just a rescan of that original adventure playset. And then of course you get these figures on their individual cards, which is awesome. And then they recolored his jumpsuit in blue, and of course he's got his go-go boots.
Hammerhead filled out that whole bubble.
Yep. And they put his head sideways like they did in the original packaging. So nice. He looks great. So this one again, Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You got to be a member if you want to order this at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and for everybody else, it's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. This one's probably going to go fast. It's going to be in pre-order on this Sunday. I'm going to have to renew my membership for this because I need to get one.
Oh yeah, you totally do. Yeah, you have a very awesome Star Wars display, and this is going to look amazing in it.
Yeah, I do have the original Cantina, but not the Sears Cantina Adventure Place. So I've got the little plastic, the other the inside version. So I have to get this. And if anything, just for that cardboard backdrop, and then maybe I'll buy it. I don't want to buy two, but if you're a huge vintage fan, you can buy this for simply the backdrop, and either keep the figures carded or sell them or do whatever you want, and then even put your vintage figures on display on it.
That'd be neat.
Is just awesome.
That would be cool. I want to plus in Jedi Ben's.
Aww.
He's it's funny. It's like his name is Jedi Ben, but he's out on.
Are you gonna change your screen name then?
I know, right?
Oh man. And then by the time we got to the Black Series stuff, I was so pooped. So because this was a long stream, so we had a couple releases for Rogue One, and I start to glaze over when it's the new media because I know nothing about it. So I'll let you kind of elaborate. I don't know if you know about these characters.
Oh yeah. It's the Shore Trooper, and I need to it's really tiny on the screen. Yes. So those are some cool characters from Rogue One. And yes, very cool that they're coming in a 2-pack, but they're figures that have been released already. A lot of the stuff that they revealed today is stuff that has been released already. And so I was just looking at the chat rolling by, they were a lot of people were disappointed that there was not a ton of new stuff aside from that Cantina playset. But army builders are fun. Yeah. If you can get Black Series figures in a 2-pack, why not?
Yep. And then this one again is going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. 1 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. For all fans. If you're a premium member, you can order at 1 o'clock. Again, this is on Sunday. And then there was a Black Series Sand Trooper from A New Hope. So this is a scaled up 6-inch version of the first one that we got for the vintage collection, obviously with a lot more detail and a bunch of very cool accessories. So he looks really good. Very cool. I'm sure this one's probably been released previously. That's a little bit of updates on this version of the Sand Trooper. And then we had a release from Revenge of the Sith. So this is Clone Lieutenant Gale, I guess.
Clone Lieutenant Gale. Yes, it was a very sad scene in Revenge of the Sith.
And I have the one photo there.
Which
yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's funny because I thought this guy was maybe Commander Bly was also in there too, but I never heard of Clone Lieutenant Gale before. But
okay,
yeah, cool figure to build out the kind of the Revenge of the Sith clone army. So
absolutely. So that's a cool new one, and these are going to be available everywhere where Star Wars figures are sold. So all your fan channels, Amazon, etc., etc. And those will go up for pre-order on Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. for all our Pacific time folks. And then they showed a few more of these Revenge of the Sith package. These are, I guess, Black Series figures. We had some released already during Walmart Collector Con, which I did add our links here in case anyone. Oh, you got these?
I have one of them, Commander Cody, here to show off when we get to it.
Oh, cool. So we're going to take a look at that one. And so there was some additional characters that they were revealing under that line. And I think, there was also, and I didn't get the information on here, but there was another very cool, the vehicle from the Star Wars Disneyland ride. I think it's being re-released in another colorway from Disney, the Disney store. I couldn't find information on it before this article went out, but that's supposed to be a pretty cool release also, because it's kind of like a figure carrying case, because you can see all your figures in the stadium seating and that thing. So
yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at your cool Star Wars stuff after we talk about this next story. So just a reminder, if you want to enter to win Moaty, type in #Moaty, and you have till the end of the show to do that, because we're going to give them away at the end of the show. And then the next story, the last story we're going to cover tonight before we go over our toy hauls, is we got high-res official images for the Sewer Lair and the Mutant module. These were on Kapow Toys, and we got to see some additional images of these, which was really cool. And you can see kind of their prices in British pounds, which I believe, I think we figure out their equivalent. But here you can see the Sewer Lair playset, and we've already seen this on display at several different conventions. But very, very cool recreation of the original, and you can see here how it connects to the pipe connection, where I like to call it the cheese grater on the Technodrome, so you can plug it in right over there. And then the baddies, look at that. Rocksteady already made his way in.
Oh, there you go.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is awesome. So I'm totally getting the Sewer playset when it comes out. Here's all the parts that it comes with. It's all the classic pieces, with the telephone pole and the fire hydrant and all the the little bed inside and everything. So that's gonna be neat. And then the Mutant module, we got some high-res images of this. You can see Shredder piloting that with a foot soldier hanging on for dear life on the side. And then the front of that drilling bit spins. The little cockpit opens up. You can have these guys hanging on the outside. This vehicle looks super, super fun. So
oh yeah, it looks really awesome. There's a vintage Mutant module at the Pot of Gold up where I live. So nice. It's still there. Oh, wow. Still there, but it looks neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like when you can get a new one, it's kind of for the vehicles, at least. I'm I would probably pick up a new one. So That's
Oh
all
yeah,
clean and all
I'm not gonna
together.
touch the vintage one. I'm like, I'll just pick up a new one if it looks like the old one.
Yeah, yeah, and also I can't wait for the little Cadillac vehicle. I forget what it's called. That's gonna come
Is
out
that
as
the one
well.
the neutrinos drive?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And we just saw. I think it's a toy fair. Here, toy fair was on display,
Oh, neat.
so that's gonna be a very cool one too.
That's
Can't
awesome.
wait for that. Yeah. So here is your chance. Put in hashtag Modi, and without further ado, we're gonna show our toy hauls for the week.
All right.
Michael, take the floor.
Okay. I definitely kept this Star Wars themed for this weekend. So there were actually a couple weeks ago I'd picked up some Black Series figures and also some vintage collection figures. And then I went out last weekend and found another Black Series figure, which I was like, I want to get out of Black Series, but I keep getting pulled back in. But let me start with the vintage collection. So I did grab this Luke just because they're re-releasing, or they have a new version of the Land Speeder coming out. So I wanted Luke in like his classic garb instead of like the one that comes with his like hat and goggles and poncho and whatever. So I like this version. I haven't had time to open any of these, so they're just going to show them in package. I did buy some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store recently, and so they had some of the Andor figures on sale, and so I finally picked up Cassian Andor. And if you have not watched the Andor series, it's amazing, and I highly recommend it. Season 2 is awesome. It's so freaking cool, and so finally picked up an Andor. So he looks very neat. Love what they're doing with the vintage collection. So lots of amazing details. And then another character from Andor, Vel Sartha. So she is another one of the rebellion in Andor. She looks great. I thought I didn't want to pick her up, but she was cheap, so I was like, I'll just add her to the Andor and the kind of new media Star Wars shelf. So those were the vintage collection figures. And then when I go up to see my son, who is going to school up in Reno, Nevada, his Walmarts are always like stocked full of great stuff. And so I did come across the new Revenge of the Sith packaging Commander Cody. Commander Cody is my favorite clone out of the prequel Star Wars series. So I'm happy to get him in this style packaging. I saw Revenge of the Sith 20 years ago at the midnight showing, and I just saw it again with my daughter over the weekend last weekend. So that's actually one of her favorite Star Wars movies. So like, it's so funny because like I didn't realize, like I kept forgetting like how sad it was. The whole thing is just
because freaking Han Solo dies in it.
No, that's the sequel trilogy.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Okay.
But I think I blocked out all those after Han Solo died and didn't watch any of them. So
get them
all confused.
My nephew was so upset when Yoda died in Return of the Jedi, and and he's my daughter's age, so he's 17, and so his parents were like, should we take him to go see that sequel trilogy where Han Solo dies? And Blah was like, I don't know about that. Just because he was
worst one.
So upset about Yoda.
I know. I never walked out of a movie pissed off, and I was like, why'd they kill off Han Solo? I was like so pissed for like a week. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think that killed my love for any of the trilogy or the sequels or whatever the hell you want to call the ones.
I wanted to plus in a Tainted Life's comment. He said Phantom Menace gets shade for no reason. It's a great movie. I think Revenge of the Sith is so cool. I actually watched the Phantom Menace again, and actually if you can kind of get past the Jar Jar Binks stuff, it actually really is a good movie. And so just kind of watching it again with new eyes, it was better for some reason. I don't know.
Oh wait, Revenge of the Sith is the one with Darth Maul, right? The prequel movie?
The Phantom Menace was
Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting these all confused because
it's all good.
I blocked them all out. I was
okay.
like, nothing happened past the 3 original movies. So
I know, right?
my head
But
canon.
when I
So,
see you again, we need to see Rogue One together.
okay.
So don't.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sure
gonna
you're not going to watch it before then.
I won't. Don't worry. You don't have
Um,
any danger of that happening.
yes. The next one that I picked up was Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian in his Dark Trooper armor. It's basically the Chicken Man from Breaking Bad in a Mandalorian outfit. So I was like, I need this action figure. So I got him, and then two more. These are Black Series figures from the Ahsoka Disney Plus series. So this is Captain Rex. One of my favorite episodes was episode 5. I think it was called The Shadow Warrior. This is when Ahsoka meets Anakin in the World Between Worlds, and we get like a live action like Clone Wars scene, and Captain Rex is in there, and I was like, holy crap.
That's cool.
I love it. And then of course I had to pick up Anakin in his Clone Wars outfit, because it's usually you see Anakin in his Clone Wars outfit in more of the animated series, and so this was Anakin in his kind of live action Clone Wars sequence. So
yeah, so I can't wait till you have those out on display.
I know, me too. So those were my hauls for Star Wars, keeping it May the 4th themed.
Very cool. My stuff is not Star Wars themed at all whatsoever, but that's okay because you filled that gap. So I already showed you guys. Of course, I got Hurricane Hordak with his amazing, very cool spinny action feature, and I was able to kind of retrofit my vintage Hurricane Hordak, which I had no attachments for, and so I put his other little bat shaped one in his hand. So I got that to work, which is cool. And then I've got heavy metal for my new my Mobat, which is awesome. But I know he's a Mauler driver, but he's going to sit in my Mobat anyway.
It's like you do whatever you want with your stuff. Like it doesn't matter. That's awesome.
Because I don't have a Mauler, so he's going to sit in the freaking tank that I have. And then this came today. Now I got to go buy a box of these from the store, but they're great.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Got my Tony. He just came this afternoon.
How adorable!
I know. I gotta crack them open. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review or not. We'll see how frisky I'm feeling. But but he's awesome. I can't wait. I'm a huge Tony the Tiger fan, and I love this figure. I fell in love with him. We saw him on display at SDCC last year.
Yes,
but he didn't have any of his accessories and stuff. So can't wait to crack this guy open. And I also got, which I have not opened up yet either. I received my Super Friends. So I got they are so cool. So I got Green Lantern.
Oops, I think you bumped your mic. There
I did. I bumped my microphone. Sorry, people. So Batman, which is not, it's obvious. Sorry that I bumped my microphone. We got Sinestro and then Lex Luthor. I missed out on buying the Entertainment Earth 6-pack, which apparently had the 2 chase figures, which was Riddler. And I didn't really care about the red Batman, but Riddler came out on GameStop and I missed that one too. I think he's going to come out in other retailers at the end of this month. So maybe I'll have a second chance to get him, but these look so cool and I love their packaging. They look very classic. I got to rip these guys open. I love that they're doing some Super Friends because McFarlane's losing their license at the end of the year.
Oh, no.
So crank out the Super Friends while you have the license. I want to see all of them. They're so cool. All right. I think that was it for my hauls. And so I got one more little cute thing. I guess he's sitting next to me here just because I had some credit on BBTS, but I picked up this Sprite from Rainbow Bright.
Oh, how cute.
I know. Totally adorable.
Adorable.
I love it. Yeah. And so that's it. So So now, if you guys are all still awake, we made you watch till the end on purpose.
I know, right? So
if you didn't get your hashtag in yet, put in hashtag Moaty. Because we're giving away the Moat Monster finally.
Yes. It's been a long time.
It has been a very long time. You guys have been ever so patient waiting for Moaty, and we've been talking about giving away Moaty for like, I feel like forever. Yes. So if you haven't put in your hashtag Moaty, put in now, and we're going to be giving them away in just a few moments.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to shut this banner down, and let me gotta get the drum roll going too. So.
All
right, y'all.
Grand finale, everybody. Last 10K giveaway. Gonna be hashtag Moaty. Here we go.
All right, y'all. Who is gonna win this beautiful Moat Monster? We got William C. is the recipient of the Moat Monster. Congratulations, William C.
Give me a hell yeah.
Oh, there we go. We have a real horn. That's awesome. Congratulations,
William. You got the grand prize.
Yay. That's so cool. Well, William, get your information over to toyhabits@gmail.com, and we will get your mailing address, and I'll mail this off to you over the weekend. So, or whenever you get me the address. So congrats.
Yay.
My gosh, it's so cool. And that wraps up our 10K giveaway.
Yes. That was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Yes. Oh, you're so welcome,
William.
Awesome. Yes. So awesome. You're so very welcome, William. And thank you so much, everyone, for the support. And this has been a fun, I think we were going to do it in 4 weeks, but we ended up doing it in 5 because we skipped a week.
Yes. We kind of slipped over a little into May. It was supposed to be April, but that's okay.
Yes, it's all good.
It's a May the 4th be with you celebration.
Yeah, there we go.
We had no Star Wars giveaways.
There we go. Congrats, everyone. And hey, here's to the next 10K, right?
Absolutely. The next 10K we're gonna have a bigger giveaway than this even, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Tim Utley. Thank you, Michael and Toy Sources, for all the hard work you guys do. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, all of you, our viewers, our Toy Habits crew, everybody out there who supports the channel. We couldn't do this without you, and we wouldn't do this without you. We do this for you guys, and you guys make it fun. And we have, I gotta say, the best community out there. Yep. You guys rock, and everyone's so nice and so positive, and just makes this so much fun. And I love doing this with you too, Michael. So,
oh my gosh, yeah!
Congratulations to all the winners. We are so happy for everybody. You will get the little personalized messages. I'll send those off to you as well, and then share them next week. And yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, it's been amazing. And yeah, this is celebration of our milestone, but it's also a celebration of the community and just all the support, all the love and support that you've given us over the last couple years. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's our way of saying thanks, because you guys give so much to us all year round, and we just wanted to really celebrate this amazing milestone, because we couldn't have done it without all of you. So you guys rock. And so stay tuned for more news next week. Always stay tuned to toyhabits.com. And then I might see you in just a couple weeks, Michael, because you're maybe coming down for, we'll see.
Yeah, I'll have to, I got to check in with the boss lady.
And if not, then I'll see you at SDCC.
Yeah, but my parents are like, when are we gonna see you next? So I'm like, maybe I'll come.
So we'll see. So but it'll be fun. There's some cool stuff coming up. We get Pasadena Collector Con at the end of this month, and then there's Robo Toy Fest beginning of next month, and then we have San Diego Comic-Con coming up in July. So many fun things. Yeah. Can't wait. I don't know if you have anything else before we sign off tonight.
I do not. No, this has been super, super fun. And yeah, we will catch you next week. And we have some cool news coming out this coming week. So stay tuned to toyhabits.com because we are dropping it there like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. All right, and don't forget, you all, Sunday morning on the West Coast, lunchtime-ish on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We got all those awesome Star Wars pre-orders. Make sure to get yours.
Yes.
Hope you guys get your Cantina Adventure playsets. I know I'm going to try and get mine. And have a good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, y'all. See you next week. Bye.